So today, I'm just going for it. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna make a flip, and it may be awful. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I hope you go for it and play tabletop games. Any kind of role-playing games, there's lots of them out there. Find an intro adventure and just go for it. See how it tastes. Hey, it's Tim here, your average dungeon master and your amateur bar master. Today, I'm making a Noccino Flip. Flip has a lot of history to it. It was originally a cocktail that maybe included beer, but was also maybe heated with a red hot poker until it frothed up. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, or I have the facilities to do that. But now it's basically a cocktail that mimics an eggnog by including either an egg yolk or a whole egg, and usually has cream, so it's some kind of creamy, thick cocktail. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna build this, and I'm also gonna talk about just going for playing games, tabletop role-playing games. If you've never played in a tabletop role-playing game before, I didn't say what was in that. Cocktail starts off with ½ ounce of heavy cream. My advice for you if you've never played tabletop role-playing games before, like Dungeons and Dragons, is to just go for it. Just find a group of friends that either plays or wants to play and play a game. Next, I'm gonna use an ounce of Noccino Walnut Liqueur. This is from Cardinal Spirits in Bloomington. Drink local. Noccino is a walnut liqueur. I'm gonna use a full ounce of this. So yeah, play more games. Just go for it. If you haven't played before and you want to, any tabletop role-playing game, find an adventure, a starter adventure, and run it with your friends. If no one else wants to be the dungeon master, as it's called, or the game master, then you do it. It doesn't take some special hat that you have to wear. Just play the game. Because we need more games right now. Everybody needs to be playing more games. Games are about getting together, seeing each other in person, hugging each other, shaking hands, talking to each other, empathizing with other people, just being together, because that's what we need right now. Now I'm gonna do 3/4 ounces of this Cardinal Gold blended whiskey. This is also from Cardinal Spirits. Drink local. I'm gonna add a little bit of more sweetener to this. Even though the Noccino is a liqueur, I do wanna add 3/4 ounce pour of this spiced simple syrup. It's a vanilla spiced simple syrup with cinnamon. I think it'll be very good in this flip. Very holiday, very warming. I'm excited about this. So there's my syrup. That's a 1:1 simple syrup. All right, this is the scary ingredient. It's an egg yolk. And if you're worried about getting sick from an egg yolk, from a raw egg, this egg is pasteurized. And you know what? I've eaten cookie dough before. I'm not too worried about it. And there's a higher chance of you getting salmonella from raw flour than there is eggs. If you've ever eaten cookie dough and you got sick, it's probably from the flour. So drink at your own risk, but I think it's a very low risk. Now the flip calls for a 2-part shake, a dry and a wet shake, or a dry meaning no ice and a regular shake with ice. Adds extra aeration to make it a thicker, fuller cocktail. I don't think you necessarily need it as long as you shake it long enough. I also think you can do it in a reverse fashion better. So I'm gonna do shake over ice first. Hard shake. Now, unseal the tin, let it drain for a second. I'm gonna pour off the ice back into the other side of the shaker. And then I'm gonna pour the ice out of the tin, shake it again. Reseat that real good. Shake it 15 seconds. Break that seal, let it drain for a second. I'll get my glass out. I do chill my glasses in the freezer because I have space. After having it out while I started setting up recording, lost that frost, but it is cold. That helps to keep the drink colder longer, obviously, which is nice, especially for something up. Don't need to strain. Pour it into my coupe, and nice and aerated. I didn't get all the way up to the wash line. I am gonna garnish a little bit with a molasses bitters. I wanted something that's kind of like a warming, full, spicy kind of flavor. And then I also chose some nutmeg, because I think that would be nice, grated on top. Nutmeg has a really nice floral nose, but also like this warming pie spice kind of taste. Okay, I just went for it. I made a flip, and I hope you go for it and play tabletop games. Any kind of role-playing game, find any system. That doesn't have to be Dungeons and Dragons. There's lots of them out there. Find an intro adventure and just go for it. See how it tastes. If you're going to dive in and play tabletop role-playing games for the first time, you don't need a bunch of fancy equipment. You don't need all kinds of crazy stuff. You need some dice, which you can probably find a free dice roller on your phone. You need some players to make some characters, come to your table, and you guys tell a story together. That's all it is. You can get really crazy with all kinds of cool tabletop representations of your game, miniatures, models, all kinds of crazy stuff. You can build insane gaming tables like I did because I'm out of my mind. Or you can pull up a folding table, put on some Skittles, use them as characters, draw on it with a dry erase marker, and you can have just as much fun. So here's to getting together with our friends and playing games. Cheers. I'm also just going to go for it on my script.